Welcome back to the channel, everybody. CMC Broadcasting back with another video. So I'm very happy to report that the account is up another 3.7%. We're going to go over a couple of my trades. We're going to look at my P&L. Before we do that, though, I want to start including in these videos a segment just about the overall market, how it's doing, where it closed, all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and start with that. This is according to CNBC. So the Dow Jones actually fell 80 points and the market was kind of lagging today. I definitely noticed that, and that's why I was playing the short side on I think both of my morning trades were put options. So, I was looking kind of for the fall. It just seemed to be where the market was trending today. The Dow slid 80 points. Okay, and the S&P 500 dropped 2% as well. The NASDAQ composite is actually up 0.3% to end the day at 11,000. Now, the S&P is very close to its all-time high, though it did fail to actually break its all-time high today. But the NASDAQ over 11,000 points. I mean, this is pretty incredible stuff. You also have the economy, right? The overall economy to sort of consider. You've got jobless claims that were a little bit lower than they thought they were going to be for, I guess this is the month of, the weekly jobless claims, fell actually by almost 1 million, according to the Labor Department. Now, they could be fudging some of these numbers a little bit. A lot of people are unemployed. But something I want to mention that a lot of people are talking about, I was talking about this with somebody that, one of my buddies on social media that also trades stocks. And I saw this, what I'm about to talk about in a YouTube video from Financial Education. And it's that the market seems to be actually switching up a little bit. All of these tech stocks really boomed, right, since the crash in March. But now a lot of the big money, right, the big investors, the institutional investors, the big banks, they're actually slowly now taking a lot of that money out of tech. So we're seeing tech fall, right? Tesla's down. Amazon, I think, is a little bit down from its high. But like the stocks that I've been following, Square, PayPal, even electric vehicle stocks like NIO, a lot of this stuff that was really booming the last couple of months, it's down. And where is this big institutional money going? It's going into the value stocks, into the hopefully what's going to be the recovery stocks. And I think they will recover. I think airlines will recover. I think oil is going to recover. I think stocks like hotels and airlines and restaurants, as soon as we get some really good news about the pandemic, these stocks are probably going to gain a lot of percentage. I mean, some of these stocks were way up in the last couple of days, some of the airline stocks. So it's something to consider, right? A lot of people, retail investors, Robinhood investors like myself, are still sort of going to these tech stocks, right? Hoping that they're going to make even new highs incredibly soon. And I think eventually they will, right? I think these tech stocks are going to be with us for a very long time. But just keep your eyes out, on the future. Keep your eyes on the near future and the possibilities that some of these stocks that have been beaten down for the last 6 months now eventually are going to make a comeback, right? When we get good news, when people start traveling again, these airline stocks, for instance, or restaurant stocks, they're going to hopefully come back, right? That's the sentiment. But we do see a lot of this big institutional money going from big tech, or I should just say tech in general, right, to these sort of value stocks that have been around for a while. They have nice dividends. Though the dividend thing with like a stock like ExxonMobil that has a very, nice dividend, a very big dividend, a lot of the times those stocks can actually kind of lag, especially in a recovery type of situation, just because, it's a dividend that they've got to pay out. So that's something to consider. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of include a segment like this just so we get an overall feel of what the market is doing, my overall feeling about the market. It's not bad, right? This is probably one of the best times to be in the stock market, especially if you're trading, but even long-term investing, no reason not to be. And, even though the S&P dropped 0.2%, it's very near all-time highs. And, the stock market has been around since the 1600s, right? So a lot of people that say, oh, well, stocks are, they're a boomer equity, or, the new thing is crypto. Listen, I'm not like hating on crypto or anything, but I definitely don't think that, I don't think stocks are going anywhere, right? A lot of my capital is going to be, in and out of the stock market, because it is extremely lucrative. And on that note, let's go ahead and look at the trading account, okay? I'm going to go ahead and show you not the P&L. Let's look at the gains, right? Let's look at the percentage gains. So we're up $44.96, almost $45. And that's a 3.7%, almost a 3.8% gain. So the account is well over $1,200. Now, I was at about $1,200 exactly, like $1,200 and some change yesterday, before I, overtraded, lost most of it, had to get it back, and then I didn't quite make it. We were like at 1,190, but the account is well over 1,200 now. I'm very excited about this. If I close out green tomorrow, well, actually, even if I close out red tomorrow, and it's a small red day, this will be the second week in a row since I've started doing this that I will be closing green. So you can tell I'm excited about this, right? I definitely feel like I'm moving in the right direction. I found some kind of consistency. Now, am I getting lucky on some of these trades? Maybe, right? But I'm going to show you my entries. I'm going to tell you my reasoning for getting into these trades. And today I actually didn't lose any of my trades. I only took 3 though, and I was extremely selective. I really waited for the opportunity. In fact, after my 2 trades this morning, I walked away. Right? The market started trading sideways, and I didn't want to get caught up in the chop, right? I think I've learned my lesson now. And it was hard. Like, it was hard to just get up and walk away from the market, even though there was some action. And if I looked around hard enough, right? If I looked at enough stocks, maybe I could have found a play or something. But I just got up and walked away, because that's why I'm trading, right? I'm trading so that I can make my money, get in and out during the day. Right? This is why I'm day trading. So I have daily income, and then I can go enjoy the rest of my day. So, I just hung out. I went to the gym. It was a good day. I came back at 3:00 for power hour, and I took one more trade, a small trade. And it was on ExxonMobil on a nice reversal. ExxonMobil hit a low of, I think it was about 42.90, which I haven't seen it at in weeks. It was downtrending the entire day. I went to go check the indicators like the MACD and the RSI. On the RSI, it was oversold. And on the MACD, there was obviously a reversal. We had bottoming tails. I'm going to show you all of this. And I managed to scoop up another couple of bucks, right? So we took it from about 3.5% to a little bit closer to 4% with that 3.77, 3.8% gain. But just think about the percentage, right? Like, that's going to be my goal, is to have sort of a percentage goal. It doesn't mean I have to hit it every single day, but instead of thinking about dollar amounts, I'm going to start thinking about my account in percentages, right? Like when I'm thinking about my gains. So let's go ahead and look at the, I'll give you the rundown of the 3 trades. Hold on a second. Did I post the update? Okay, yeah, I've got it right here. So here are the 3 trades. We're going to look at the charts too, but we have AMD, we have BLNK, Blink Charging, and then we have ExxonMobil. So Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, Blink Charging, and ExxonMobil. And the best trade was Blink. We made $34. That was the second trade. And then BLNK was actually, yeah, that was my first trade of the day. It went very well. I was in that trade by like 9:31. I'm going to show you the charts and everything. AMD, we did fairly well on. And then that last trade, it's kind of hard to see, but we came out with $5 exactly on XOM Mobile. And I think I still have to add this into my spreadsheet. Maybe I already did that. I forgot. So let me see here. Yeah, so basically, let me show you a couple of screenshots real quick. So this was the first trade. We're going to go into TD Ameritrade. Actually, let's just do this right now, okay? So I'm going to show you about generally. Okay, I do have it labeled. Fantastic. So this was one of my best trades, okay? This was the first trade I took on AMD. As you can see, right? We have several supply zones, so a lot of supply. This is institutional supply up here, though it does look like in the after hours, it was able to get up over at least one of those zones. But we also had a lot of demand, so, you know, BLNK charging is trading in between heavy supply and heavy demand. And, you know, I have to go to the other time frames to chart some of these zones out. But we're in this weird spot where, you know, there's a heavy selling pressure above, but there's also heavy buying pressure below, right? So the stock is kind of consolidating. We're in an area of consolidation, as you can see. All right. It looks like during after hours, it's making an attempt to sort of break some of these levels, which would be bad for me because I have puts. I think I have one put contract on Robinhood. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at the minute-by-minute chart here for today. So here we go, guys. This is the deal, right? By 9:31, I was in this trade. I bought 3 contracts, and the contracts were not that expensive. I think they were like... let me see. Yeah, they were like 58, 60, and 60. Okay. So less than $200 I got in these contracts. And I held them all the way down pretty much to the bottom. And I was a couple candles away from the bottom, but I just wanted to get out and take my profits. I didn't know exactly where we were going to get rejected because we have a small demand zone here. And it did sort of the demands, it was supported. I'm sorry, not rejected, supported at the demand zone. Sure, I could have held it for, 1 or 2, 3 more candles. I would have came out with a little bit more money, but I rode this thing all the way to the bottom. Now, I got a little anxious because, as you can see, this green candle here, right? Because I got in at 9:31, right at the open. And again, the reason I got in is because we had a supply zone up here. We have a topping tail on this red candle, signaling that there's heavy rejection. There was a lot of selling volume. The level 2 looked good. So it's not like I was just jumping into this trade blind. I had a pretty good feeling that this was going to go down. But it made an attempt, right? Buyers did step in. The bulls tried to push this back up towards whatever that is, $11.15. And, I was a little bit nervous, but it was immediately followed by a bearish red candle. And it sort of chopped around for a moment. And then we finally got, the rest of the move. So that was the first play. All right. That was the first play. Next play. Let's go to AMD. This was actually a pretty crappy trade on my part. And, I made money on it, but I got in way too late, right? Here's my entry. This is entry 1, right? And then this was entry 2. And then this was my exit on both contracts. I got in too late. I should have gotten in up here, but again, I was trading BLNK charging, right? But I got in here at about 9:51, and then I let go at about 10:01. So it was about a 10-minute long trade. I sort of scaled into it. And, you know, we had these 3 red candles here, right? When I came into this trade, or when I came into the stock to put the trade on, I saw that there was a lot of selling pressure. We were kind of at a, you know, it had a nice run yesterday, right? Like this was a very, very nice run. And there wasn't a whole lot of, you know, there wasn't like a big demand zone anywhere in sight. It did find support, right? I was figuring this could have gone all the way back down here to this demand zone at around $72. It did not do that. And that's the reason I took the trade, right? I was thinking we were going to see kind of like an arch from yesterday to today, and that just simply didn't happen. I did manage to make a couple of dollars on it, but my entry was kind of late. I wished I would have gotten in up here if I were to, you know, take this trade again. And then I noticed it was kind of coming back around, but the level 2 looked pretty good. And again, you know, we just had a lot of selling pressure. So I thought, you know, what the heck, I'm going to take a chance. I think I got another contract. Yeah, I think I might have bought. Yeah, I think this was 2 contracts. I entered one here and one here. And let me just see, how much were these contracts? The AMD contracts. They were like 174 and then 173, right? And then I sold them for about, you know, $10 more, 180 or so, 181 at 10:01. And then I was done, right? Like that was my morning. And yes, I did look around. Like I looked at PayPal. I was thinking about taking some trades on PayPal, but as you can see, really kind of choppy. I mean, yeah, you could catch some scalps in here and stuff, but I didn't do it, right? I didn't do it. I was also looking at Square. Square, you know, there was a little bit of movement here, but when I was looking at it, it was hard. You know, I didn't want to mess up, right? Here's the thing. I have a habit of over trading. Like it's a really bad habit. So I made my money. I was up over 3% of my account. So I walked away, right? I walked away and I thought to myself, I'll come back later this afternoon. And if I see any opportunities, I'll take a trade then. And that's exactly what I did. Wasn't the biggest trade, but let's go ahead and look at it because it was probably my best. It was the best entry. I could have, in hindsight, should have bought more contracts. But let's go ahead and look at the XOM Mobile trade, okay? So, ExxonMobil was on a downtrend all day long. I wish I would have caught this, right? I wish I had caught, you know, some of this action up here. Yeah, I could have gotten in anywhere. I could have gotten in here, could have gotten in here, and could have rode this down. Well, I didn't. I was at the gym and I was enjoying my day, whatever. But finally, we got to lows that I haven't seen in, I don't know, a week or so. Look at that. 42.92 is the low, right there. Let me actually look at the 20-day chart. Yeah, the last time we were this low on ExxonMobil was... what is that? The 8th of June? So it's been no, it's the 8th of August. My bad. So the 8th of August was the last time that it was this, that it even hit this low. That was like pre-market, right? And then it was probably another few days before that. So it's been like a week or two since we've been trading. And this is what ExxonMobil does. It kind of trades in these zones. ExxonMobil has had a couple of down days. So I'm definitely going to be looking to, you know, for some consolidation and then maybe a move to the upside. But long story short, if I show you on the 1-minute chart, we hit the lows of 42.92. And the reason that I got in, right, here's my entry on this white candle right here at about 310. The reason I got in, guys, is because we had bottoming tails on the low, which means huge price reject. Well, I mean, it's not the biggest bottoming tail, but there was some price rejection. It chops around a little bit, but you can see there are bottoming tails. And then there's a period of consolidation. Red candle, red candle, red candle, all the same size pretty much. And so I tell myself, all right, I've got 1, 2, 3 bottoming tails on green candles, followed by consolidation. This is my in, right? I'm getting in right now. So I got in, and I was prepared to cut the loss if I had to. It was a small contract. It was like $40. And didn't make that much on it, right? Like if we go back over here, I made $5. So I only made $5 on this trade, but it was a perfect trade. I rode it all the way to the top here, and I got out at about, I'd say 334. So it was more like a 10-minute trade, maybe, no, it was like a 20-minute trade, 25-minute trade. And when you look at it on the 5-minute chart, or yeah, the 5-minute chart here, right? Not a bad trade. Got in at the right moment, got out at the right moment, and I wish I had bought more contracts, right? But again, this was sort of like I was just practicing, and I didn't want to mess up my profit that I had made this morning. So I played it safe. I only got the one contract, but I'm getting better at this, right? The point is that I'm starting to recognize when I'm supposed to get in, right? This is a fairly good trade. The first trade on BLNK charging, that was an excellent trade. Got in all the way up here and got out at the bottom. The worst trade of the day that I still made money on was AMD because, you know, it was just kind of the move had already been, you know, had already come and gone. I mean, I guess I caught like the second half of the move. This is on a 5-minute chart. That's why it looks a little bit different than when we first looked at it. But the big move already came. So, you know, I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. But yeah, the account is up another 3.7%, almost 3.8%. If I do this every day, and I think that I can, I know that I can, right? I mean, I'm going to have red days, obviously. I'll probably have a red week. I'll probably have a red month here and there. But I know that I can consistently pull in a profit. And if I focus on that percent, right? Pulling in 3%, 3%, 4%, 3%, 3.5%, 4%, 5%, 3%, right? Just kind of focus on that targeted goal, 2%, whatever. Dollar-wise, that percentage, that number is going to get bigger and bigger the more days in a row that I do that. The account is already over $1,200. I'm going to take this to $1,300 by probably next week, if not more, right? So, you know, to anybody that wants to get into this, it's definitely worth it, right? This is one of the hardest things that I have ever tried to do, but it is absolutely rewarding. It's absolutely, you know, exhilarating. It's a real thrill, right? To put money on the line and have full responsibility, be taking full responsibility for what happens to your capital, whether it's a profit or a loss. It's quite a thrill. And it's something I'm glad that I got into, right? I've been on this journey for about 6 months now. I started investing on my Robinhood account about 6 months ago. Let's see how I'm doing on my, I got a little money in Robinhood real quick. Let me just pull up my Robinhood account. To anybody out there that's interested, definitely start looking into stocks. Just what I always tell people is pick a few stocks. This is what I did. Pick a few stocks and just follow them. Just follow the stocks. All right. Well, for some reason, my account isn't pulling up. Is it pulling up? It is pulling up. I've got a put on Robinhood that I bought on BLNK, right? Am I lagging? Hopefully I'm not lagging. I bought a put on BLNK, and we're hoping BLNK's going to go down. I don't know if it will, but I figured what the hell. I'm probably going to start buying calls, though. Probably, so let's see. Wow. It's up 19%. That's crazy. Look, I'll show you guys. Here's my put option. Well, the put is up 19%. I don't think I'm up 19. Yeah, I'm only up $5 on this put. But hey, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow the put goes to the moon. I got it for $70 and it's now worth $75. And there's no commission fees or anything on Robinhood. But yeah, so I bought a put. It was only $70 and I'm hoping to make, maybe $30 on this. But we'll see. This is BLNK charging. On the daily chart, here's the daily chart. On the daily chart, it looks like we could have another big down day tomorrow, right? And if you're asking why am I holding an option overnight on Robinhood? Well, number one, I got flagged as a pattern day trader on Robinhood, so they won't actually let me make day trades. And second of all, I'm practicing swing trading anyways. I want to start swing trading options because, and it looks like we could get another down day. Maybe we get a green day and I gotta, sell for a loss tomorrow. But, if you ain't comfortable losing money in this game, well, you better not get into it. But no, seriously, what I'm thinking, let me close out of the internet here. What I'm thinking with the swing trading is that what I'm thinking with the swing trading is I'm starting to look at some of these stocks like the airlines, restaurants. There's another stock called Planet 13 out of Vegas. And, just some of the stocks that have either been beaten down or kind of were left behind in the tech surge. We know the institutional money is starting to move from tech into these value stocks that have been beaten down. It's starting to move into oil. I'm thinking about buying calls with expiration dates far out with, low theta decay, high delta, and buying some calls on some of these value stocks and trying to double, triple, quadruple. Some of these option contracts can go to 1,000%. Right, 1,000%. Imagine 1,000% gain on like $100 investment. That's the beautiful thing about options, especially options. If you call the market right and you can get it right long term, you could easily, more than double your money, more than quadruple your money. It's crazy. I've seen some crazy option swing trades in some of these discords, but I want to practice swing trading a little bit because the swing trading I think is how I'm going to really try to build wealth. Right, my own personal wealth. And the day trading is going to be like daily income. Right? And of course, if I get to a certain level and it's big enough where it contributes to my wealth, that's great. I'm not going to spend $1,000 just because I'm making $2, right? But that's sort of how I see the day trading is more like daily income, and swing trading, core trading, investing. That's going to be for wealth building, preparing for my future. That's the update. That's how I'm feeling about things. Obviously, I'm stoked. I'm pumped. I've never been prouder of myself. And with that, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. What are you putting your money into? And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. Make sure to give this video a big fat like. It definitely helps me out. Follow me on social media. The links for everything are in the description below. And as always, this is CMC.